Did you know that over 100 countries have already elected a woman as their head of state or government? Yet the United States, often called the land of the free and home of the brave, still lags behind. Today, we're heading into the fascinating world of women in politics, where courageous and determined leaders have shattered glass ceilings worldwide, inspiring us all. Let's start with a quick trip back in time. The year is 1872, and Victoria Woodhull becomes the first woman to run for US president. Picture this: women couldn't even vote nationally, yet Woodhull dared to dream big. She was a suffragist, activist, and the first woman to operate a Wall Street brokerage firm. Her achievements, which are not just remarkable, are a source of pride and appreciation for all of us. Victoria Woodhull's campaign platform was truly ahead of its time. She championed women's suffrage, regulation of monopolies, an 8-hour workday, and other progressive reforms. Despite facing legal questions, she was technically too young at 34. Woodhull's bold vision paved the way for future generations of women in politics. Fast forward to 1960. The world witnessed a historic moment as Sirimavo Bandaranaike became the first female prime minister, leading Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, to victory. This milestone shattered the notion that only men could lead nations. 20 years later, Iceland made history again. In 1980, Vigdís Finnbogadóttir became the world's first democratically elected female president. Her victory marked a turning point, inspiring women across the globe to aim for top leadership positions. Now, let's hop over to the Caribbean. Jamaica's own Portia Simpson-Miller blazed a trail as the country's first female prime minister, serving for 2 periods. Currently, Mia Mottley is making waves in her second term as Prime Minister of Barbados. The Caribbean is definitely ahead of the curve. Before them, there was the great Prime Minister Eugenia Charles of Dominica and President Janet Jagan of Guyana. Speaking of recent developments, Mexico just elected its first female president, Claudia Sheinbaum, in June, and Bulgaria is set to welcome Gorica Nikolova Grancharova-Kozhareva as acting prime minister later this month. These global milestones show that the landscape of leadership is changing rapidly, offering hope and optimism for the future of women in politics. But what about the United States? It's hard to believe, but in a 235-year history of inaugurating presidents, the US has never elected a woman president. That's right. Since George Washington took office in 1789, kissing the Bible after his oath, not a single woman has held the highest office in the land. However, change might be on the horizon. Vice-President Kamala Harris, with her Jamaican and Indian roots, is aiming to break through that tough glass ceiling. As the first woman of color to hold the vice presidency, Harris represents a significant step forward in American politics. Let's take a moment to appreciate some other remarkable women who've led their nations. Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady of British politics, served as Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990. Known for her strong will and controversial policies, Thatcher left an indelible mark on UK history. Indira Gandhi became India's first, and to date, only female Prime Minister in 1966. Despite facing numerous challenges, she held office for a total of 15 years across 2 terms. Angela Merkel, often called the de facto leader of the European Union, served as German Chancellor from 2005 to 2021. Her steady leadership through multiple crises earned her global respect. Golda Meir, Israel's first female prime minister, took office in 1969. Often described as the Iron Lady of Israeli politics, Meir guided her country through tumultuous times. Johnson Sirleaf made history in 2006 as Africa's first elected female head of state, serving as President of Liberia until 2018. Her efforts to promote peace and economic development earned her a Nobel Peace Prize. Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand's Prime Minister from 2017 to 2023, gained international acclaim for her compassionate leadership style and effective crisis management. These women, among many others, have proven that gender is no barrier to effective leadership. They've tackled economic crises, navigated international conflicts, and guided their nations through unprecedented challenges, like the COVID-19 pandemic. But why does representation matter? When women hold high office, it sends a powerful message to girls and young women everywhere. Your dreams are valid, your ambitions achievable. It challenges stereotypes and opens doors for future generations. Moreover, research suggests that countries with higher female representation in government tend to pass more laws benefiting women and children. They're also more likely to prioritize issues like healthcare, education, and environmental protection. However, the path to leadership isn't always smooth for women in politics. They often face unique challenges. 1. Double standards. Women leaders are frequently judged more harshly than their male counterparts, both on their policies and their personal lives. 2. Media scrutiny. Female politicians often face disproportionate attention on their appearance and family life, rather than their policies and accomplishments. 3. Stereotypes. Outdated notions about women's capabilities in leadership roles persist in many societies. 4. Balancing act. Women in high office often feel pressure to balance their professional responsibilities with traditional family roles. 5. Threats and harassment. Sadly, women in politics face higher rates of online abuse and threats compared to their male colleagues. Despite these obstacles, women continue to rise through the ranks of global leadership. In fact, as of 2023, 26 women were serving as heads of state or government worldwide. While this number represents progress, it's clear there's still work to be done to achieve true gender parity in politics. So, what can we do to support women in leadership? 1. Vote. Exercise your right to vote and consider supporting qualified female candidates. 2. Speak up. Challenge sexist attitudes and stereotypes when you encounter them. 3. Mentor. If you're in a leadership position, consider mentoring young women interested in politics. 4. Educate. Learn about the achievements of women leaders and share their stories. 5. Encourage. Support girls and young women in developing leadership skills and pursuing their ambitions. As we look to the future, it's clear that the tide is turning. More women are entering politics at all levels, from local government to national leadership. Each victory, each first, paves the way for those who follow. In Jamaica, for example, as of September 2020, there are 18 women in the House of Representatives, the highest ever. Will the United States soon join the ranks of nations that have elected a woman to their highest office? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Around the world, women are proving every day that they have the skills, the vision, and the determination to lead. From Jamaica's Portia Simpson-Miller to Germany's Angela Merkel, from Liberia's Johnson Sirleaf to New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern, who resigned in 2023, women are reshaping the global political landscape. They're bringing fresh perspectives, innovative solutions, and a commitment to progress that knows no gender bounds. Let's remember the words of the late U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. In politics, in business, in every sphere of life, women are stepping up and making their voices heard. So, what's your take on women in political leadership? Have you been inspired by a female leader in your community or on the world stage? We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this journey through the world of women in politics, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Impacting Jamaica channel. Join our community as we continue to explore the issues that shape our world and celebrate the achievements of remarkable individuals. Remember, every time a woman takes office, she's not just changing her own life, she's changing history. Here's to the leaders of yesterday, today, and tomorrow,